Let me tell y'all something. I'm finna come up on here and I'm finna just break it down. All right, it's the messenger of God here coming to job one for y'all today, and I'm gonna come at y'all with First Timothy. It's chapters 1 through 6. I believe it has 6 chapters in the New Testament. All right, and I wanted to bring that to y'all because I want to know if y'all understand what it is talking about. Okay, I like to study to show myself approved, but I also wanted to skim over it. I might not read everything or say everything, but I'm just gonna try to jump into it with y'all. This is the first letter of Paul to Timothy. Okay, remind y'all, First Timothy. Okay, chapters 1 through 6. And let me tell y'all about First Timothy. Now, when it starts off, it's telling you about how the law is good if anyone uses it lawfully. Now, make sure that knowing, understanding this is chapter 1, verse 9. The law is not enacted for the righteous, the upright, and just, who are in the right standing with God, but for the lawless and unruly, for the ungodly and sinful and irreverent and profane. These are for the people who are impure, okay? The people who still wants to do wrong. Then don't think that because you are righteous and you are in good standing with God that you can just do whatever you want. Like, I can't stand the people who wants to be holier than thou, okay? Because no one is holier than thou, okay? Because if you was just all right all the time without a spot or blemish, you wouldn't be here right now, okay? You would be in heaven, okay? So therefore, we all have made mistakes, okay? We all have fall short of the glory of God. So therefore, that's why we are made imperfect, and we're trying to make it to heaven. So therefore, for those who are righteous, you got to keep your walk with the Lord pure, okay? Now, I know it's kind of hard to do everything right all the time, but that's the reason why you turned your life around in the right. That's why you turned your life around in the first place, because you wasn't walking right with God. You see, and what you was doing, you was trying to live life by yourself, and you noticed that you couldn't do it alone. So therefore, when you turned to God, that means you gave up everything. You gave up everything and gave it to God, because now you're calling on him to help you. So now he finna not just chastise you, but correct you. Okay? So let's get into it. So stop sitting up there, and for the people who don't know the word of God, stop trying to chastise them yourself. Okay? Stop trying to use the word to hurt other people. Like I was telling you, start using the word to uplift and help people that don't know about God, and to bring them in, so that way they can learn from their wrongs, just like you did. Okay, your testimony is supposed to help somebody. All right, when I got into this First Timothy, I was like, Lord have mercy, here it is. This is what I needed to know. Okay, now here it is in chapter 2. This talks about prayer and sobriety. All right, now it tells you. Let's start off with verse 1, chapter 2, all right? First of all, I'm going to do the Amplified from the King James Version. First of all, then I admonish and urge the petition and prayers and intercessions and thanksgiving to be offered on behalf of all men, okay? For kings and all who are in position of authority or high responsibility, that outwardly we may pass a quiet and undisturbed life, and inwardly a peaceable one in all godliness and reverence and seriousness in every way. That means to carry yourself right. You understand me? When you're walking with God and you're a man of God or woman of God, you carry yourself right. I'm just going to hit the whole thing up with this, because some people want to try to act like as if it's a separate thing with men and women. Okay? Stop. Okay, look. If we were living in the times back then, okay, then you will still be seeing people. Oh, let me try to break it down the best way I can. Because see, some people get it twisted when they read this part down here where it says also. Let me get down here. This is verse number 9. Also, I desire that women should adorn themselves modestly and appropriately and sensibly and seemingly apparel, not with elaborate hair arrangement or gold or pearls or expensive clothing. but by doing good deeds, these in themselves and for the good and advantage of those contacted by them, as befits women who profess reverential fear and devotion to God. Let a woman learn in quietness, in entire submissiveness. I allow no woman to teach or to have authority over men. She is to remain in quietness and keep silence in religious assemblies. All right, let me stop right there. Remind you, study to show yourself approved and ask for godly wisdom, because this is right here, when you teach the word like this, we as messengers, okay, as chosen ones, as preachers, as teachers, as overseers, you are not here to change the word. What you got to do is you take that word and use it so that way it can guide you and lead you, because when you are led by the Holy Spirit, then you can help somebody out. First of all, let me hit it like this. We are not living, like I was trying to tell you, back in these times right here where we're wearing sackcloth and the apparel of how it was back then when we first was born, like in our generation and times and stuff like this. As times went along, the dress codes and stuff like that has changed. The apparel have changed, okay? And back then, you know, they were probably wearing sackcloths and you know, whatever little robes and stuff that they had tied around them, and some had the finest garments and everything like that too, you know, for those that was the religious leaders and the kings and stuff like that. So let me tell you like this, as for the women, and it's talking about the hair and stuff like that, braided hair and stuff like, let me tell you, since times have changed, what it is telling you, because I wrote it down, y'all, it is telling you to not be like those Jezebels and like those whoremongers, those people like Delilah's, like that's trying to get attention. Like when you come to church, and when you come to church, you're there to serve God. You're not trying to come up there and show off your bosoms or your behind or sitting with your legs open or anything like that. You know better than that. You know, it's the same thing for men. You feel me? Stop trying to use the gender to override, you know, the word. Like, stop trying to use the word to regain power over somebody. Now, when you are a pastor, okay, let's say you have a woman in the church or mother of church or first lady. It's not right. It's not right for a pastor or anybody that's in charge to think that they can tell the woman or the mother of the church to shut up. That's not what it's for. That's not what the word is saying. You know. Therefore, if you are passing everything like that, you're supposed to go ahead and preach the word, talk about the word and everything like that. But you are not supposed to sit up there, okay, and preach the word, but yet, you know, disrespect someone. If someone has something to say, like a woman or something like that, or somebody in the church, the only thing that you need to do, the only thing that you need to do is make sure that you wait till after church if you have something to say. Don't disrespect the pastor. Don't disrespect the teacher, who's ever in charge. If you have something to say, make sure that you wait respectfully and don't be trying to interrupt the pastor or correct the pastor. Do y'all remember that movie Deliverance from Eva? That was so funny. When I think it was Eva, she was like, excuse me, pastor, but you missed a little word in a sermon today. That's like my part, but anyway, it was funny. That movie was really funny, but it just took me to that moment. But in all seriousness, listen up. Whenever you have someone in charge, do not sit up there and try to correct them. Do not sit up there and try to talk over somebody, because that's disrespectful, okay? Right now, today, we have women pastors and men pastors, okay? So don't think a woman is just going to sit up there and be quiet and not teach or not preach, because nowadays we got female prophetess, we got women pastors and teachers and stuff like that. It's not the same where it's just male preachers and teachers now. Okay, so we got to not only take the word seriously, but take the word and teach it according to life. Okay, make sure that we take this and do it according to life. All right, to where whatever it is that's going, whatever it is. Hold on, y'all. I'm going over here to do whatever it is according to life. Okay. Because nowadays we'll sit up here, okay? Nowadays we'll sit up here and sorry y'all. Nowadays we'll sit up here and that was a lie. Truth ain't in them. Nowadays we'll sit up here and act like that we can't sit up here and teach and preach and do the word, you know, without feeling like we're holier than thou, or you over somebody, when God have given you the upright position, or I'm sorry, I'm distracted, or you the overseer. You got to make sure that you do it correctly. Okay, don't try to use your power to try to, you know, knock somebody down or try to talk to somebody in the wrong way, because you can't. Okay, so let's get back to the word. All right, because I wrote some notes down. All right, we're gonna move on to chapter. No, hold on. Let's get back into that about the dress code and stuff like that. Remind you want to be presentable. Okay, just think about it. Would you, when you have on clothes, okay, would you wear this type of clothing? I wrote it down to court. I believe you would dress respectfully, right? I guarantee you when you go to court, because I was thinking of like job interviews, your parents, you know, when you go to your parents' house or the person you with parents' house, you're going to dress respectfully, right? That's what I'm thinking. You are not going to sit up there and bust a sag or sit up there and wear like some little short mini skirt, some little short dress or something like that, and you going to like your the person you with, your husband or your wife parents' house. You just not gonna do that, I don't think, you know. And then I was like, well, you know, I don't know how some people are. I don't know how some people act. You know, do they have respect? Well, you know, you have to represent yourself respectfully. You got to come correct, or else, you know, when you go to a job interview, you're not gonna go in there looking crazy, right? You're gonna look respectfully. Okay, so that's why I brought up court, because there's no way that you can go to court any other kind of way but respectfully. You know, you're not gonna stand up in front of no judge looking crazy, right? So that's the same thing that I'm trying to get to tell you. When you go to church, you're gonna look respectfully. Okay, we're not telling you that you have to go to church and think you got to be in a three-piece suit all the time, or you got to like dress up like, how can I say this? You know, because some people, they only want to see who they want to see. Because we got people right now in the churches that they be trying to, they only want to go to a church because everybody is up in there dressed up, or you got like, oh girl, he fine. Look at the pastor. Girl, you know, that's the only reason why I go, because girl, he looks good, he smells good and everything. Like, I'm telling you, just like this, girl, while you doing all that man standing up there could be the devil. Okay, a wolf selling wolf tickets. And I'm just being truthful, because see, you up there looking and lurking with your eyes. Okay, you up there. That's adultery. That's fornicating. That's lust. Like, no matter what you think. Don't just say, oh, I wasn't. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. Because you can't even get the word, because you up there looking and lusting with your eyes. Okay? And that's the only way you can. Girl, that's the reason why you came to church, right? You didn't come to get the word. It's the same thing, just like a woman. If a woman is standing, oh yeah, you gonna have men trying to sit on the front row just so they can look at that woman telling the word or preaching the word. I'm not telling y'all that you have to come and dress like in baggy clothes or anything like that. But you know what? God said, come as you are. Okay? You're not gonna be like just coming as you are just because, just because you want to, and you don't care about the Lord. I'm telling you, like right here for me, it took me a lot to get where I'm at. Okay? I know I'm not walking up in a church house like this, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to come to God just the way that I am, and maybe God will bless me and guide me in the way that he want me to go, but let me tell you like this. Sometimes you got to see that person's heart. Stop always looking for what you want to see, and listen to the word that person bring, or look at that anointing that's on that person. Okay? Because I know when I go to the house of God, he's going to change me. He's going to change all of that. But let me tell you what's going to lead me to this. Okay, when you guys that's in the church, that's pastors and stuff like that, when you have a strangers or anybody that's coming into the house of God, okay, make sure that you help them. I said, by your testimony, you are almost simplifying it down for the non-believers to believe, and make it easy for them because of what you've been through. You are warning them, okay? You are here to help them not to make the same mistake that you made, okay? So make sure that when you're telling your testimony, you telling your testimony to help somebody, okay? You telling your testimony so that way, it's going to come from your heart. You trying to help them to not mess up like you did. So you making it easy so that way when they get ready to come up on something that you done already went through, you be like, you know what? I done went through that. Let me tell them so they won't go down this same path and be hurt just like I was, okay? What else did I write down here? Okay. Oh, yeah. Have any of y'all, when y'all accept people too to come in your church, make sure that you accept everybody. Stop sitting up there and acting like because this person looked that way and this way and that way. Accept them to come into church. I said, have y'all even brought like shoes or clothes? Make sure y'all bring shoes and clothes to the church for the ones in need. Okay? Don't turn no one away. Don't embarrass them. Okay? Please don't forget kindness. If you have a church and stuff like that, and you got clothes and stuff that like extra clothes or extra shoes, or maybe any of the members in the church do, why don't you have a place in your church to where you can bring some clothes and stuff like that in your church or something like that, so that way when people do come into church, you may have something to give them. Normally, I know when I went to my church, okay, we used to have like those little those little blankets, those little prayer cloths and stuff like that. If a woman came in and from the street or something like that, or wherever she came from, we would give her a little prayer cloth. Or then, you don't have to make it all obvious. But, you have ushers and missionaries and sometimes a man would just hang you a coat. That's how it used to be back in the day. When you was cold, a man would just hang you his jacket, cover you up. But for the people in the church too, we'll tell them, say, hey, come here, young lady, what's your name? Come and have her to sit back there in the back seat and talk to her, you're not interrupting service, but you being of service. Tell her, say, hey, look, I know you don't have anything to put on. Tell her about the house of the Lord. Tell her how respectful that she has to be. She already know that she don't have anything. She came like she was. Something told her that day to come to church. Okay? You don't know what it was. And you're going to turn away. What if she ended her life that day? What if she didn't want to do it and this was her last call and she said, let me go to church. So talk to her. Counsel her. Pull her to the side and go, hey, look, give her your little jacket or something like that and tell her, hey, I know you may not have nothing right now to put on, but maybe one Sunday when you come, you might have something to wear. Same thing for the man. If you see a man that coming to church and you see he don't have nothing to put on, put something, tell him that, hey man, you might not have a suit right now, but I got one suit. Do you know how happy some people will be just because of your kindness? They're going to remember that. You don't know who these people may be in the long run, but they're going to remember that kindness, that hand that you held down to help them out. Stop turning your nose up. Okay, stop acting like you holier than thou, because I believe before you came into church, you was somewhere doing something. This makes me so, man, this makes me so upset, okay? Ooh, the way people be acting, ooh, I tell you. Make sure you practice what you preach. Be an example, okay? I'm learning all of this up in here in 1 Timothy, okay? Telling you how to walk and how to talk and how to dress and how to act, okay? It's checking you real quick, okay? Let me see. It says how you don't walk in the church doing shouting. Like I told you, how you don't walk in the church doing shouting. How many do you know do that? Because when you come in, you are looking to be healed. You're trying to seek wisdom. You know, you preparing for a change. You don't want to come out the same way you came in. So, you know, when people be acting like I'm gonna say, like you being too serious, like you can't, you know, I don't want to be mean or nothing, but you know, it's something wrong with them. I feel like it's something wrong with them and their spirit, because then they try to act holier than thou, but then they act like when they joke around and stuff like that, and you tell them like, you know what, I don't want to play like that. They try to take it to the heart, and you like, hold, it's a time and a place for that. You understand? In here, in Timothy, it says you need to be serious. A man of God, right here. Matter of fact, chapter 2, verse 2, look, for kings and all who are in positions of authority or high responsibility, that outwardly we may pass a quiet and undisturbed life, and inwardly a peaceable one in all godliness and reverence and seriousness in every way. Which doesn't mean you don't have a joke inside, because I know I play around too sometimes, but it's a time and a place for that, right? When you go in the house of God, don't do it. All right, and I already tried to tell y'all about the dress code and the women's and stuff like that, because like I said, some people be trying to take this all out of context about how to dress, and what it's telling you is make sure that you dress modestly and stuff like that. Stop tripping off of people and what they got on, because nowadays, you know, there's a lot that people wear differently. We're not living back in those times, like I was telling y'all about people who want to sit up here and think they can be like these people from back in the days and try to get 7 wives when you need to try to keep that one you got. You can't even do that. Why you trying to sit up here and act like you using a word to try to play around and trying to get people or whatever you saying, trying to run game, and you can't be up in the church up here trying to get. Sometimes people use their platform to get money. You feel me? Stop trying to use your platform, whether you're in church, whether you're doing videos, no matter where you are. Okay? Why you think God turned over them tables? Okay? Because they were sitting up there trying to sell stuff outside the church, a little marketplace, and they was trying to get money, and God said, this is not what we're here for. Okay? If people want to donate and give you money, let them do it out the kindness of their heart, because they have been touched by the word that you gave, by the word that you bring, because God will bless you no matter what. Okay? So stop sitting up there. I'm telling you, when I see people sitting up there taking up 2 and 3 offerings, I'm just like, you already know what time it is, but I'm not finna go there. Okay? Let's see here what I got. Don't come up in the church with doubt, expecting the Lord to hear you or heal you if you don't believe in him. Okay? How do you do that? How you come up in the church and you want, you know, God to heal you and bless you, and you don't even believe? You can't come up in the church like that. Okay? And I told y'all, stop with all this trying to come up in here looking like Jezebel and Delilah's, because that's basically what it's saying when it's telling you about the women's coming in and the dress code and stuff like that. You know, I know right now times have changed and stuff like that, but the word stays the same. God's word never changes. You already know what time it is. You know that it's telling you don't be coming up there showing your tail. Okay, and the same thing with God. Stop trying to come up in there with your shirt button open so somebody can look at your chest. Because you think that you left out the conversation too, but people get it messed up when it's talking, when it says men or woman in plural, and it's talking about in the Bible. Because there's times where in the Bible when it says men and it's talking about everybody. Okay, so just pay attention. Okay, everyone is pointing a finger Everyone's pointing a finger. Oh, yes. Okay, now I was talking about denomination. I said everyone's pointing a finger in church, race, gangs, politics, men and women, but no one's looking up. Like, no one looks towards the hills from which cometh our help, because our help cometh from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Okay? Sometimes all people want is greed and power, but don't know what it takes, which is God first. He is not the author of confusion. You know, people, we die, okay, without the knowledge, okay? We perish for the lack of knowledge. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all right now to make sure when you read this, read Timothy, y'all, 1 Timothy, read all 6 chapters, okay? And if you do not know, please study to show yourself approved. Please read it. Do not try to take the word, because I'm not trying to do that. Don't try to take the word and try to put it according to your lifestyle. But be smart about it, okay? Use your wisdom. Okay, use your wisdom and knowledge. You know that we're not living in the times of the Ice Age. You know we're not living in those times from back then. You know we are living right now. Like, for instance, I knew the Lord already, okay? I knew the Lord already. But things had changed in my life. And because things have changed in my life, I thank God that he touched me to where I can even come right now to even say anything just as I am right now. But you got to keep on building. Keep building. Keep building. You got to seek the Lord. Don't worry about what nobody say about you. Okay? Because as long as you have that anointing over you, as long as you know you have God in you, okay? Just keep on doing that. What it's telling you to do is stop. Don't try to sit up here and try to rock something or something like that to be, let's say like this, okay? It's okay to put on something. Like, don't wear the brand, don't let the brand wear you. Like, wear the clothes, don't let the clothes, like don't sit up here and try to wear something just to be seen. You know, because sometimes, you know, you can put on something because you was blessed with it. You can put on something because you already know where God has brought you from, where he brought you to. Because you know what, at first I didn't have anything. I'm thankful for everything that I got now, okay? Because I know I didn't have. I don't have to sit up here and be like, you know, like me for this, like me for that, okay? As long as you're not putting on stuff to try to get attention. Stop trying to put on stuff to try to win a friend. You know what I'm saying? You putting on your stuff because it's yours, okay? Not to get an attention. Okay, bring the word and don't stop worrying about what people say. Just do that, y'all. Block it out. Okay? You're not trying to come up here and get attention. That's all I'm trying to say. You're trying to bring the word. I say, come as you are. I won't turn you away. Okay? Sometimes people won't let you come up in their church because of your lifestyle, because what you look like, but the whole thing, let me tell you something. Go to church, okay? When you go to church, you're going there because you want to be healed because of your lifestyle, because of what you went through, because of the things people may have done to you, okay? You want to be healed, you want to be saved, and you want to be made over. So I'm just telling y'all, please know that when people come, please know that they want to be made over. Stop turning them away. Talk to them. Listen to them. Hear their testimonies. Their stories are their testimonies, y'all. Their testimonies are their breakthrough in life, to where they already know that they have made it to that point of no return. So now what they're looking to you for, those people who are in charge, their overseers, they're looking for you to be their elder, the one that they can come to and talk to and listen to. Okay? I was also reading later on down in here how the way that you're supposed to be. You know, you got the bishops and the deacons. Ooh, I'm telling you, you have to watch these people, okay? It's also telling you here. Let me read some of this. Now, a bishop, a superintendent, overseer must give no grounds for accusation, but must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, I'm telling you, y'all just don't understand. When the Bible tells y'all to do something, the word is not going to change. It's telling you exactly what it's telling you. Okay? It's also telling, it says he must be hospitable, showing love for and being a friend to the believers, especially strangers or foreigners, and be a capable and qualified teacher. So therefore, it's telling you not to leave no one out. Because when you become a person that is a superintendent or overseer, you are a person of love. Okay? You got to have that agape love to whoever it is that comes your way. Okay? You're not supposed to turn nobody down. It says, look, not given to wine, not combative, but gentle and considerate, not quarrelsome, but forbearing and peaceable, and not a lover of money. Okay? For wealth, and ready to obtain it by questionable means. Okay? He must rule his own household well, keeping his children under control with true dignity, commanding their respect in every way, and keeping them respectful. For if a man does not know how to rule his own household, how is he to take care of the church of God? Okay? Simple, plain and simple. Self-explanatory. Now, when it tells you not giving into wine up here in verse 3 of chapter 3, okay, I have wrote down what that wine meant, because I told y'all sometimes it's in there, and I believe that wine meant, this is my opinion, I was thinking that it meant overdoing it and holier than thou. So it said not giving into wine, not combative, but gentle and considerate. So I'm thinking it's like not giving into wine, like not overdoing it, not holier than thou. Like you're not trying to be that person who's using your power to overdo it. Like you're overdoing it just because you in charge, just because you got power. Like you think you can just like be disrespectful, and you're not supposed to be that way. Okay, people are supposed to want to come to you. You know, when you have a bishop or a pastor that's doing what they do, you know what they do? Sometimes you have some bishops and pastors that say, you can call me any time of the night, you know, and you can call them, and you know that is not disrespect, but it's respect. Okay, they know that you can call them with any problem and stuff like that. It used to be like that, okay? But nowadays, it's them late calls be for something else, and it's just not right. I told y'all, times have changed. If things were still the same like it used to be, I'm telling y'all, it'd be messed up. But like I said, y'all, I just have wanted to touch in on this. You know, it talks about the deacon, how therefore you supposed to be the right hand man, and he got to show himself. Let me read. Let me get down to this deacon. I gotta get to it. Furthermore, okay, where is it at? Oh Lord Jesus. Like manner, self-respect. Ooh, okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back, y'all. Look, verse 7. Furthermore, he must have a good reputation and be well thought of by those outside the church, lest he become involved in slander and incur reproach and fall into the devil's trap. In like manner, you hear that? In like manner, listen, the deacons must be worthy of respect, not shifty and double talkers, but sincere in what they say, not giving too much wine. Remember, holier than thou, okay? Overdoing it. Not greedy for base gain, craving wealth, and resorting to ignoble and dishonest methods of getting it. Like I'm saying, don't be trying to get in here for the money. Don't be trying to be the right hand of the bishop or whatever like that, and you trying to be the right hand of the bishop and stuff like that, and abusing your power, you know, thinking that, you know, you holier than thou, or you like more than somebody else, you know, because honestly, it says this: they must possess the mystic secret of faith, Christian truth, as hidden from ungodly men with a clear conscience, and let them be tried and investigated and proven first. Then if they turn out to be above reproach, let them serve as deacons. So therefore, you got to prove yourself that you can even stand by the bishop. You got to prove yourself that you can stand right there with him. You know, he got to be able to know if he fall, that you will be right there to lift him back up. You know, you like that backbone. You like that ride or die, that right-hand man, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. And it says the women likewise must be worthy of respect and serious, not gossipers, but temperate and self-controlled, thoroughly trustworthy in all things. I'm telling you, you can't be the ones that, girl, and the pastor this. Girl, did you see what so-and-so did in church the other day? Girl, I'm telling you, sister so-and-so is with sister so-and-so. And guess what? Because y'all know y'all got them people in the church that just know. You can go to this one person, they know everybody's business, okay? That's been in the church this long just because she want to tell everybody's business. Okay? That we got some of them people everywhere. Okay? But that's not what you're supposed to be there for. Okay? And it says, let the deacons be the husbands of but one wife, and let them manage their children and their own households as well. I'm telling you, some of y'all got preachers' kids, some of y'all got children and stuff like that, and they just be out of control. Y'all let them be out of control. Out of control. They are supposed to be respectful, because if you were good examples, then they will be good examples. Some of these kids today got mouths on them, I don't even know how. Okay? Let me tell you. I used to can just look and they would know, oh, let me sit down. They would know you cannot be up in the church chewing gum. You can't be up there giggling and laughing. If you know you're going to sit over there with so-and-so and so-and-so, separate yourself. You know how you used to go, get up there in that front seat. Get up there in the front seat. Because you know when a kid get up there in the front seat of church, they're not going to act up because they know the pastor and them going to see them. You know how it is. And if you don't tell them go up there and sit, you're going to come and sit right here beside me. Come sit right over here. Okay, so split yourselves up. Don't go over there and sit by so-and-so when you go to church today. Okay? I know I'm going on, y'all. But I'm telling you, I was in 1 Timothy once again. If you just listening in, 1 Timothy chapter 1 through chapter 6, okay? In the New Testament. Make sure y'all read that and stuff like that, because it gives you instruction. It tells about the pastoral duties. Look here, chapter 5. It tells you right here, do not sharply censor or rebuke an older man, but entreat and plead with him you would with a father. Treat younger men like brothers. Treat older women like mothers, and younger women like sisters in all purity. Okay? It's telling y'all to respect your elders. You can't be yelling. You can't tell the mother of your church, sit down, shut up. Just like at home, you don't talk back to your parents. Don't talk back to your elders. Don't talk back to your grandma, your grandpa, anybody that's over you. Okay, do not do that. Don't be disrespectful, y'all. Okay, and if you are in authority, you're not supposed to do that. It also talks about the widowers. Okay, it is not right how people do. Look, now a woman who is a real widow and is left entirely alone and desolate, has fixed her hope on God and preserves in supplications and prayers night and day. Whereas she who lives in pleasure and self-gratification, giving herself up to luxury and self-indulgence, is dead even while she still lives. Okay? But it's telling you here, but if a widow has children or grandchildren, see it that these are first made to understand that is their religious duty to defray their natural obligation to those at home and make return to their parents or grandparents for all their care by contributing to their maintenance. For this is acceptable in the sight of God. They are telling you that you are supposed to go to these women that you know that are widowers, that don't have any husbands anymore and stuff like that, and you're supposed to go and help them. Okay? How do you have a person in your church, you know that they done lost their husband and stuff like that, and you don't try to help them? No, what you trying to do? What? You too busy what? You trying to holler at her. You got to watch these churches that only be having churches with only single women. Okay? Because I done seen churches like that have a church with a bunch of single mothers or single women or single women with children or basically single women and stuff like that just for their pleasure. You know? We need you men to be men. That's what we need, okay? We love y'all, but we want to be able to trust y'all enough that we know that you're going to protect us. Okay? You are the overseers. Stop thinking that all the time that women want to be men. It's not true. What it is, we want men to be men. Okay? Well, I'm going to say that for me, in my opinion. You want men to be men. You want men to have the authority. When you are walking right with God, you will allow a man to have authority and that responsibility, because you know you can trust him to have it if he's walking right with God. Because if he's not, he's going to be disrespectful. Okay? And therefore, he doesn't treat you the way he should be treated. And that's what make a woman not trust you. Okay? That's what make a woman not want to be there for you or with you. Okay? And women, the same way. You cannot make men feel like they're small or like they can't take care of their household. You got to let a man be a man. But on top of that, don't just take anything. Okay? Don't let a man abuse you. Okay? And sometimes women abuse men. Don't let a woman abuse you either. Y'all got to walk with God, okay? Walk with God. So that way you guys won't be arguing about who's in charge and who's not in charge, because, you know, that man is supposed to be able to take care of his house. Women are supposed to be able to trust that a man will take care of his house, okay? Protect it, take care of his responsibilities, and go to work, okay? You know, we women, we're not just there to lay on our backs all the time or have your babies all the time and stuff like that. You know, but a woman getting pregnant is not only a beautiful thing, but it's also a hard thing too, because they got to care and nurture that baby, okay? And it's hard to do these things and stuff like that, you know, for 9 months and try to make sure that you don't eat the wrong things and do the wrong things and try to keep from losing that child. Okay, that's a precious gift from God. But in order to do that, she got to be able to trust you. You know, you can't go run off and go be with somebody while she's pregnant. You can't go run off and do things, you know, while she can't. You know, you got with her because you love her. You feel me? And stop doing women like that after they have kids, you know, not wanting to be with them or talking about them or putting them down because their bodies changed because they had your child. Okay? Y'all, I'm telling you. Also, let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? When you let a man be a man, but also, you know, I'll say, encourage him to be a good man, you know, and give him compliments, you know, as well as we women need compliments too. Y'all got to know how to compliment each other. It takes two, y'all. I can go back and forth, but I'm just telling y'all, just make sure y'all both walk with God, and I'm pretty sure everything will fall into place. Because the reason why anything is messed up in your relationship is because you both are not right there with the Lord, okay? You're unequally yoked. Everything being said, make sure y'all equally yoked and do what y'all got to do. Once again, y'all get up into this. I'm gonna close the Bible right there. And I just want to take the time out because I haven't did it in a minute. And I love y'all. And I wanted to talk about the Lord with y'all. You know, hopefully, you know, y'all do the same thing. I wish I can talk to y'all all the time like y'all my kids and stuff like that, you know, because most of the time I be trying to reach the ones who don't have help, you know, who don't have no one to ask these questions and to understand the Bible. Because the reason why I do it is because I didn't understand, because I couldn't see, because I wasn't there yet, y'all. I was still doing me. I told you, I was out there, you know. But in all, coming up, I was hated on, okay? You know, people did me wrong. People did me dirty. And still to this day, I know how it feels, you know? I've been a survivor of many things, okay? I went through a whole lot of things. I went through a whole lot of pain, you know? So since I know how it feels to take on the hate of the whole world, I know what it means to love, okay? That's the only reason why I have love, y'all, the opposite way than the way that I was treated. Because I said there's no way in this world that I would treat people the way they treated me. You know, y'all just don't know the feeling of hate. I said if Jesus was hated, I wonder, you know, I can't even sit up there and say, did he have more hate than me? Because he had to. He had to have already known the pain that we've been through. You know, I could sit up here and cry. I could sit up here and show y'all my pain and tell y'all how much I'm you know, I'm hurt and stuff like that. But I'm letting you know, I know the place, okay? I understand you. That's why I always tell y'all, I always say, Lord, please let me understand the people that is misunderstood. Because this is hurtful to know that people are being abused, that people are being, you know, taken advantage of, you know, that people have been molested and raped and been through trauma and have PTSD and all kind of stuff behind the things that people have done to them. It's very hard, y'all. Okay? It's very hard, y'all. That's why I say y'all got to talk to people. Y'all got to be the ones, the overseers, y'all bishops, pastors, and teachers, and overseers, and superintendents, and elders. Y'all have a heart. You know? Y'all have a heart because someone had a heart to take you in. Someone had a heart to talk to you. And I'm telling you, don't just give up on these people. Why you think that I choose the music that I choose to do music to sometimes? I'm trying to reach the ones that's out there that no one can reach. I'm always trying to figure out a way to reach the people who can't be reached. I'm not trying to reach all the time the Christians all the time, which I hope I do. I want to reach, you know, the grown-up people. I would love to reach the Christian people, but the hope the lost sheep get touched. I hope the ones who say, you know, we out here and y'all don't get us. We out here and y'all don't understand us. I'm out here hurting, y'all don't get it. You know, I'm on my last and y'all don't get it. You know, I need something to hear that's going to stop me from doing this. You know, because I've been in those places before. Okay? I know how it feels. Okay? I know how it feels, y'all. I done been hit in the head with iron poles before. Okay? There's one thing that I'm going to share a story with y'all. One time I was playing basketball, right? I could not believe this happened to me. And my brother was there to pick me up. But let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, I was playing basketball. And all of a sudden, this was strange. You know, we was going back and forth down the court, right? And so when we was going, coming back, let's say I was on defense. We was on defense. One of the girls get the ball, and she was coming down the court. And I caught up with her. She wasn't my man, but I caught up with her, ran down. And I got ready to go up to swat the ball out the air before she can put the ball in. Guess what? For some reason, I went straight up, y'all. I went straight up in the air like this to knock the ball. How did my body slip? It's like I slipped in the air. It doesn't make sense. I went straight up like this, right? And then it's like I was tripped in the air and my body just went just like this, off from under me. I'm like, I'm going up like this, and I slipped like this and fell. Like somebody tripped me in the air. And fell, y'all, and fell flat and hit my back. First I hit my head. First I hit my head on the bleachers like this, pow. Then I hit my back, bam. And then I fell and hit the floor of the gym. And I was just like, I just knew it was it. I was just laying there and I was crying. I thought I had broke so many things, y'all. I thought I was paralyzed, broken, everything. And I was laying up there and I was crying. It was like, calling my name, I could hear him, and I was like, I couldn't move or anything like that. And I remember my brother picking me up and carrying me, you know, I believe he carried me home. It was a while ago, but you know what? I thank God for that. I thank God that he was there to pick me up, but I thank God that he saved me, you know, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here till today. Sorry, y'all, till today. And like I said, this girl, we was playing tetherball. Like back in the day, y'all remember tetherball? Okay, well, I used to play tetherball and this thing with the iron pole. This girl came over there with this pole. I don't know why she tried to lean it up against the pole we was playing tetherball on. That, you know, we try to make tetherball poles. You know, back in the day, if you had a tetherball, you tie a shoestring on it and you tie it onto the pole, whatever. But she had the audacity to bring a pole over there and let it go, and it dropped. It dropped like this big pole, bigger than them no parking sign poles, fell on my head and knocked me out. Like, I was just like, you know, and that was another time, you know, that was another miracle. I told y'all it was so many things. I told y'all the one earlier with the Sunday school teacher. You know, it was so many things that happened on top of the hate, on top of all this other stuff. But that's why I say, y'all, if I didn't go through all this stuff that I went through, I wouldn't be right here to be able to tell y'all that you can do it. You can get through it. You can just keep on seeking. Just keep on praying, you know? Keep on praying. I'm telling you, I did not think there was no way that I can turn around my whole life and my lifestyle, my whole life, y'all. But the only way I did it is because I kept seeking. I kept praying. I said, God, please help me. I don't want to be like this no more. Lord, please help me, Lord. I can't stop drinking. Lord, please help me, Lord. I can't stop. Lord, please help me. I can't stop smoking. Lord, please help me. I can't stop doing this. And the only way that I made it through it is I kept on seeking. Praying and praying and praying and praying and having faith and not giving up. I'm for real. That's the only way. That is the only way. You know? I talk to my mother because my mother, she has so much wisdom and knowledge. I believe she's like this greatest person on earth with her interpret. She's like an interpreter to me and has this very much godly wisdom and stuff like that. And my brother does too, you know. I believe my whole entire family is been touched by the Lord. And I'm just hoping that, you know, the rest of my family, you know, wherever they are, on whatever side of my family, just stay intact with God. Okay? Y'all know I talk to y'all all the time, you know, about I'm trying, y'all. Just know that. Just know that I'm trying. And I'm not here to make nobody like me. I'm not here to try to make nobody love me, because you know what? I was always there. And I always love everyone. And I'm telling y'all, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I love y'all that's out there. And I just love everybody. Because there's no way I can hate nobody when everyone hated me. And I'm going to leave it just like that. I love y'all, and I'm never going to change, because I don't want my good to be evil spoken of, no matter what I go through to this day. So I love y'all. Y'all stay beautiful. Take care. If no one told you that you was beautiful today, remember that you are just the way you are. And I love y'all. All right? Later.